Hello again, and thank you for taking a few minutes to join me tonight. I've got another clip of what passes for sermons at Faith Assembly Church that I would like to play for you. In case you're unaware, Faith Assembly Church is the second oldest message church in the world and the oldest continuously operating message church in the world, located at the edge of Jeffersonville, Indiana. Faith Assembly Church is a flagship church of a doomsday cult sect of the message. What I want to talk to you about today is two things, actually. One is the harassment techniques that are employed by members and leadership of Faith Assembly Church at funerals. And then the second thing I want to point out to you is the cruel, vicious way that people who leave the church are attacked in very cruel, personal ways. And so here's what we're going to do. First, brothers and sisters, let me tell you about how funerals go at Faith Assembly Church. You know, starting a number of years back, probably in the neighborhood of, I would say, 20 years ago, funerals started to become a vehicle whereby the preacher in the platform would single out, target, and attack, like viciously, personally call out and attack anyone in the congregation who had tried to leave the church in the past. And so what generally would happen when, someone in the church might pass away, there would be a funeral, and their extended family would come to the funeral. And of course, 2 or 3 maybe or more people who had left the church may come to the funeral. And during that funeral, the preacher would yell, scream, rant, rave, raise the roof, screaming at these people. Kevin Crase is the one I'm talking about doing it. He did this at funeral after funeral after funeral. One funeral, I thought he was going to start a riot. It was that bad. And it just got worse and worse and worse to the point that I hated to officiate funerals with that man. It was god-awful. Let me tell you, it was awful. And some of them are on recording. I might get the recordings out and play some of them for you here at some point down the road. But it got to the point where the people who were outside of the church had experienced this so many times that when their elderly family members died and the rest of them were out of the church, they wouldn't let the ministers of the church officiate the funerals because they knew they were just going to scream and rant and rave, and the funeral was all going to be about, destroying the family who had come to mourn the loss of their loved one. And so this happened for a particular lady named Eleanor Creech. She was a very kind elderly lady in the church from one of the oldest families in the message. Her family had been following the message since 1940. There's not very many, maybe 10 message families that are older than that. One of the very oldest message families. And so she passed away. And as she did, her family had left the church. And the church already hated the ones who had left. They were attacked from the platform. They were talked about. They really gave them down the road already. And the woman who died, Eleanor Creech's daughter, her name was Claudine. She's also passed away. Claudine decided to have the funeral for Sister Eleanor without having a minister of Faith Assembly officiated. I went to the funeral. I was there. I sat in the bench, and it was a nice ceremony for as what it was. And there was people from Faith Assembly who were permitted to sing and participate in the funeral. And so it wasn't entirely something where the whole church was cut out. And a lot of the people of the church was there. And I tell you, it was a much kinder, calmer funeral than would have happened if Kevin Crase had been allowed to officiate it. Well, come back to church service, the next service. I'm going to play you a clip of what happens when Kevin mounts the platform. And this is not the only time Kevin has done what I'm about to show you in this clip, but because he was angry, he is going to essentially accuse Sister Eleanor Creech's family of murdering her. Okay, he accuses them of murdering their mother. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this clip for you so you can hear it for yourself.
I may say again tonight some things about our dear precious Sister Eleanor. I'm going to be bold. You say you don't have the right. I have every right. When you stand for what is right and what is true, you don't put limits on it. You know what they said? The first thing they wanted to do, put her on morphine. First thing. She don't need morphine. That will bring death. Morphine slows down your heart rate. It slows down your respirations. and it begins your organs to shut down. You don't know what you're talking about. Let me prove you I know what I'm talking about. Brother Kevin, I believe that you're stepping out of bounds now. No, I'm defending my sister. She don't need no defense. No, but they need exposed for what they've done. Yes, they do.
All right, so there you heard it plain as day. I mean, Kevin Crase is essentially accusing Sister Claudine of killing her own mother with morphine. Now, that's simply not true, brothers and sisters. Simply not true. I mean, I had visited Sister Eleanor. I know other people who had visited Sister Eleanor. I know other people who've been there with Sister Claudine. They did not kill and murder Sister Eleanor. Sister Eleanor had terminal cancer and was in severe pain, and morphine eases the transition. They were being kind and merciful to Sister Eleanor, who's in glory today. Praise God for that. We'll see her one day again. But brothers and sisters, as that happened, James Allen was actually the first one. I didn't play a clip for you, but James Allen basically insinuated to all of us several times, off recording privately, that they had killed Sister Eleanor. It was James Allen, the one who initially came up with the idea. He told that to me privately. He told that to Kevin Crase. He told it to David Jackson. He told it to Steve Yars. I heard him repeat that multiple times to people, that he believed that Claudine had killed her mother. Okay? And subsequent to that, Kevin got in the platform and preached the sermon in which he accused, falsely, Sister Claudine of killing Sister Eleanor, her own mother. Now, as we ponder that over, what kind of an evil preacher would accuse someone of killing their own mother? Who would want to listen to a preacher that would falsely accuse someone of killing their own mother? Isn't that awful? I think that's just about the most awful thing that a person could do, is to falsely accuse somebody of killing their mother. What do you think about that, brothers and sisters at Faith Assembly? And I hope that you all will demonstrate that you're not hypocrites in this, right? And I sure hope and pray, brothers and sisters, that you'll begin to look at the truth of the things that have been going on at Faith Assembly. And I hope that you begin to realize what you have done to people who have tried to quietly leave Faith Assembly Church. You have hounded them, you have harassed them, you have attacked them, you have belittled them, you caused them great harm and suffering and sorrow. And Sister Claudine went to her grave, harassed by men like Kevin Crase, for murdering her mother, which she did not do. You know where Sister Claudine is today? She is in glory with Sister Eleanor, where all of us who also have the hope of Jesus will also be one day. Praise the Lord.